Okay, guys, welcome to week 3 of our 6 Weeks to Success coaching. It's all about hostess coaching today, and this is so important. It's one of the biggest parts of your business is hostess coaching because really everything happens at the party. So I always say this week should have fireworks and motivational music. It's crucial. So make sure that when you bring also a new stylist onto your team, that they are also being coached on this, that they understand the importance of hostess coaching and just how crucial it really is. And it should be something that's fun. Make sure that your systems allow you to have a great time with your hostess coaching and enjoy speaking to her. Your hostess coaching really should be like you're just sitting down for coffee with a girlfriend, and you want it to be that comfortable. So 80% of your party happens before you even step through her door the night of the party. So that's what it's all about, is the hostess coaching. You want to ask questions. A lot of times I think the words hostess coaching, it's kind of a misnomer because we think we're going to tell them exactly how to have a great party, and we're going to tell them what we need from them, and we're going to tell them we need to remember to ask questions, because this party is all about her and her friends and having a great time. And the great part is the more questions you ask, the more engaged she's going to be, the more excited she's going to be, because she's going to realize that this is about her. So you can ask questions like, who are you, who's coming tonight? Who are you most excited to see? Who haven't you seen in the longest time? Ask her about models. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Who will model the clothes? Who does she think will have a great time hosting their own party? Stuff like that. Get to know her, again, just so it's like talking to one of your best girlfriends. It's also a great opportunity to drizzle some seeds. We talk about gardening. Kind of spread some seeds about how much you love your business. It's important to have a schedule, but it's important to be, pretty light with your schedule, to not be constricted with it. So you can tell her, in our scheduling system, a lot of times we talk about Wednesdays being Work With Me Wednesdays, where you do your hostess coaching. So you could tell her something like, I do all my hostess coaching on Wednesdays, but let me know if that doesn't work, because I can switch things around. And that's really the beauty of being my own boss, is that I make my own schedule. So there's always an opportunity to share a little bit of the opportunity. Now, hostess coaching, like I said, it's going to make or break your parties. She's your business partner for the evening. So make sure she knows what you do need from her and expect from her, and then let her know that she can expect to have a great time, and let her know what she can expect from you. Again, mostly she can expect to have fun, and let her know that you enjoy doing this. Let her know that this is a fun thing for you to do. Remember, too, if you don't love your results, look at your systems. If you're not happy with your trunk show attendance, or whether they're not holding like you wish they would, if sales aren't what you wish they could be, take a really honest look at your hostess coaching and your presentation. Those are two huge parts of this business. So it's not personal, and that's the beauty of systems, is that they're not personal. It's not that you're not having the success you want because you're not a good person or because you're not smart or funny. It's your system. So you need to do a little tweak to your system, and that's what this is all about, is providing you a system so when you don't get the result you want, you can take that look at your system, that consistent system you're using, and make a little tweak to it. So keep in really good, consistent, predictable contact and communication with your hostess, and that's going to ensure a more successful show, as well as increasing her trust in you as a stylist. Use those scripted systems. We love scripts and we love systems here. If you want your downline to hostess coach, start by hostess coaching her. Your hostesses are your #1 prospects as your prospective stylists. So it all starts, this hostess coaching stuff. Let me see what you're seeing. There we go. It all starts with a good foundation, which is the hostess packet. Now, you can send her like an online version. You can go and download all of our hostess opportunity packets from the Stylist Forum. If you hover your mouse over Getting Started and then click on that Stylist 101 pop-out, you're going to find the hostess opportunity packet. So you can either email those to her or send it to her in a hard copy paper version. Find out which one she likes. Write out a hostess letter. Keep it fun, concise. She's not going to want to read a long letter, so keep it really, really short, but give her all the information she needs. Have your business card with your contact info. Bullet points are great for that hostess letter because it's so easy. Wish list. Trunk shows, let's face it, they're fun, but they can be exhausting. Sometimes it's the end of the day. It might be really long. Sometimes, you're doing orders like crazy, and at the end of the evening, there's nothing worse than when the hostess goes, oh my gosh, I haven't even had a chance to look. Make sure she knows what she wants before that party even starts, because then you're going to start working with her to get her free items and her half-off items. So wish lists are just going to make your life a lot easier, and it's going to get her dreaming about what she wants. Make sure you give her outside order forms, and make sure she knows how to collect orders. Never assume that she knows how. Remember the first time you ever did a party and you're looking at these order forms? That's how she feels. So give her like 5 or 10 too, and then make sure she knows how to use it. Collect the unused ones at the party. I know some people love order forms, some people don't use them. I loved them because I use them to write notes. Put your information on them and write in all the tax and shipping number, explain all of that, or shipping info. Explain all that. You can even include like the shipping flyer. But make sure she knows that her friends can order outside the party. Give them your party ID number and instruct her on how to do it. Your great hostesses are going to collect those outside orders, and those can be a fantastic way to add to her party total. Give her the memory jogger. How many times do you talk to someone and they're like, oh, I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone who would come to a party. The average person knows about 250 people. So the memory jogger is a great way. It's a great tool for you guys too if you're looking for new people to reach out to. Basically, it deals with circles of friends. To come up with a list of 50 might be daunting, but to come up with, 10 lists of 5 is really easy. If you think of 5 church friends, or 5 friends you know through your kids, or 5 friends that you know who are blonde, stuff like that, it's a lot easier. So the memory jogger is going to be a great asset to your hostess. A guest list. It's important to have a guest list, not only because you're going to want to know a little bit about people. I always like handling the invites myself, and that way I had their information that I could reach out to them if they couldn't make it to the party. So have that guest list, and offer her that opportunity that you will handle the invites for her. It's a service you love to provide. Then you know the invites are sent on time. Hand her some hostess and stylist opportunity flyers so that she can see what she's going to get. It's going to have that grid of what a hostess rewards are, and it also has the stylist opportunity flyer to kind of get her mind working that way. And of course, lookbooks. You want to have contact with your hostess 3 to 4 times before her trunk show, and each time should be a quick little like 10-15 minute call. You want to space them out evenly too. So the longer you have before her party, obviously the farther apart they'll be. If her party's next week, then you might have to consolidate this a little bit. So the first time you contact her is going to be when you book the party, when you're talking to her and she goes, yeah, I want to have a party. Now if you're in person, you can hand her that hostess opportunity packet. If not, you're going to have to mail it to her. So make sure you're going to pencil in that date and then follow up and make sure the date still works. You're going to check on outside orders each time, confirm everything, and you're going to get a head count. This is kind of the order of your follow-ups. Keep in mind, she's going to be wondering if she can do this, and you're going to want to make it look fun and easy. So when you talk to her, talk to her about life, talk to her about kids if she has kids, or dating if she's dating, that kind of stuff. And again, that hostess is that #1 prospect for recruiting. So be the kind of person that she's going to want to work with. So hostess worksheet outline. This is great. And I will share these on Facebook in the groups. But feel free to take this and make it your own. Write up your own in your own words. Make it very conversational. Scripts make your business simple and duplicable, and they're also liberating, and they keep your ducks in a row without a lot of effort. So they're really important. So this has all of your first call, second call, third call, and then what you're going to talk about. So, but yeah, I encourage you to make this your own. Write notes on it. You can write some of the things she said, guest lists here. Maybe she has kind of a wacky friend who she thinks will be great with the being a model for you, and or someone who will want to have a show. So write notes on this. Really use it for yourself. So I always kept these two in a folder. You see how it's, you can see kind of, I'm pretending that I'm stapling into a folder. I would put each folder in a 3-ring binder, and on the front I had my hostess name and then the date of her show, and I kept them in chronological order. So I had records of all of my parties, and then all of the order forms went in these pockets in the back. So I had each party and a really great detailed record. So I really like this system. It made it simple, and it made it easy for me to look back and see what worked and what didn't work so well. So 3 calls to success. Your first call is to check on everything and to set a date in pencil. Make sure if you had to mail the packet, she received the packet. Ask her if she started her wish list. And also, let her know how happy you are to talk about her. How many people, I mean, let's face it, how many people actually get to chat with friends for a job? That's what you're doing. So celebrate that and brag about it and make it a truth to you. Really enjoy getting to know people. I know I love meeting people and I love chatting with people about their lives and stuff. So that's a great part of our business, that we're really in the business of making friends. So really celebrate that and kind of mention that. So make sure she started her wish list. Get her excited about it. Again, it's going to save you time, and her excitement is going to dictate how great her party is. Now, we talk about a cancellation policy. For me, a cancellation policy, you always have the intention of never needing to use it, because it is a business for you. And so you want to make sure that you can rebook the party. Or what I like to say is, I do have a cancellation policy. If you could let me know a week in advance. What this does, if she tells me a week in advance, oh, no one's coming. Oh, really? Do you have any RSVPs? I would ask. And if she says, well, I have 2 people, but no one else wants to come. You know what? I was fine with that. You never know where that next great party or your next team member is going to come from. So tell her, you know what? I love little parties. I'm perfectly fine with this. Let's just have a great party. I love the personal one-on-one. So define what no one is coming looks like. It might be 2 people, and those people might be awesome. So give them a great show. Also, sometimes if she says no one's coming, you can help her come up with a little bit wider guest list to help her get a few more people to come, or to collect some outside orders. You have the guest list, so now you can make some phone calls and say, hey, Jenny said you couldn't make it to the party because Billy has a soccer tournament. I hope he does great. I hope you have a great time. I hate that you're going to miss out on the new fashions that we have coming out. Have you seen the lookbook? You can connect with them and hopefully get some outside orders. Ask her if she has any questions. This is really important. It's going to tell you a lot about your hostess and about what she's expecting from your show and if she's interested in the business. So make sure you ask questions and then really listen to her responses. And then, of course, you're going to schedule your next call. She needs to know what to expect, and then make sure you, when you make that, if it's Wednesday at 6:30, make sure you call her Wednesday at 6:30, right on the dot, so she knows she can trust you. She knows she can depend on you. Text her earlier in the day, hey, looking forward to our chat tonight. Hope you have a great day. But that way she's ready for the call and she doesn't forget, because let's face it, life is crazy. So we're going to talk more about time management in week 6, and it's a fantastic system. So your second call, you're going to ask her, did she receive the hostess packet? Again, if you had to mail it, make sure that make sure she got it. She doesn't have any questions about it. Go over everything with her. Go over her guest list. Help her manage how many to invite. The statistic is that only 30% of your invited guests will actually come. So if she wants 15, she needs to invite 45. So it sounds daunting. It sounds, like a lot, but ensure her that this is what you do and this is how you've gotten the best results from your party, and you always have great parties, and, comfort her. Let her know that you're her expert for the night and you're going to take all that pressure off of her. So find out, this is where I like to find out when you're talking about the guest list, who her models are. Find out who, those are your potential recruits, the ones that are very outgoing, that like to model clothes. It's not about size. It's about just getting clothes on the body, because we all know once women start wearing these clothes at the parties, then clothes start selling. When people get them on their body and they start, having fun trying them on, that's when we start selling. So find out who your models are. Sometimes once you break the ice with a couple women trying things on, it goes crazy. So ask her who will bring friends. So on that note, I always give, I had a raffle. I would give an extra raffle ticket for friends who bring friends. I got one per friend they bring. Ask who are you so excited to see. Find out a bit about the guests if time allows. If she's having a great time chatting with you, ask about, who haven't you seen in the longest? Who's coming from the farthest distance? Ask questions and ask about their personalities so you can find out a little bit. And then, of course, take notes. So outside orders. Again, make sure she understands how to collect them. Let her know that this is normal. This is a normal part of being a hostess. Her friends aren't going to want to miss out, and she's going to love that she's going to boost her own party sales. She's going to get more out of her party. So if she gets a lot, if she does a great job, you're like, dang, you're so awesome. Like, how did it feel to be a Winnie and Kat stylist for a couple weeks? You should totally be on my team. You would be great at this. I'd love to have you. So watch your hostess and look for those little windows of opportunity. So again, make sure she's looking at the wish list. Make sure she's checking it out and filling it out as well. And then, of course, ask about questions and then schedule the next call. Let her know that you're going to call her the day before her party just to get that final head count and to get directions and all that kind of stuff. Now, as far as directions go, you can use your navigation systems, but it's nice to have directions from her because she'll give you landmarks and anything else that may have changed that your navigation system might not be up on. I know mine has told me to drive straight into a building before. So make sure you find out from her how to get there. And then get the final head count so that you know you have enough supplies and games and prizes and stuff. So your final call is going to be a couple days before the party, hopefully. Oh, there it goes. So you're just going to call, hey, this is Tiff. How are things looking for a trunk show tomorrow? Do you need anything from me? How's attendance looking? So if people have to drop out at the last minute, that's a last minute outside order or your next hostess. It's a great idea to call the people that couldn't come. Hey, I'm so sorry you missed out on the party and we had a great time. Did you know that if you book a party that not only will you be able to see the new pieces and get them for free, but Jenny's going to get a $50 credit. So what do you say about having your own fun night of shopping? So make sure you reach out to those outside or to those guests who couldn't make it. I kind of love the last minute dropouts because a lot of times something just happened in life and they're bummed out they missed out on a girls' night out. So remind her how her rewards work, remind her of her booking credit, let her know all the goodies she's going to get, and then talk to her about who do you think will book. And you do know that like right now they're going to get double hostess benefits with our $1,000 or more party. If 2 or more book, she's going to get double hostess rewards. So make sure she knows about that. Let her know that you're going to arrive about a half hour before the scheduled start time. So be there when you say you're going to be too. So you're going to say something like, we said we're starting at 7 o'clock, so I want to give everyone a half an hour leeway to get there and get snacks. I'm going to arrive at like 6:45 to get set up, and we can all chat and relax. And then I'm going to ask you to bring everyone into the presentation area at 7:30. And I like to do an on-time drawing. It's something that I like to do. And what that does too is tell her, make sure they know that if they're there by 7:30, they're going to get an extra raffle ticket for my on-time drawing, or they're going to get a raffle ticket for an on-time drawing. And then ask her, do you think they'd like a picture frame or like a $5 gift card from Starbucks? Or let her get involved in what her guests are going to get as a gift. What this does too is it gets her to call her guests or contact her guests with a text or whatever 2 days before to remind them of the party and let them know about the on-time drawing. It's so important that hostesses reach out to their guests. So give her every excuse you can to contact them. So you're also going to be there, the importance of being there half an hour early. You're there as guests arrive. They're going to want to decompress. It's a party. But then you can talk to them and find not only windows of opportunity responses to your questions, but you're going to be able to tailor your presentation to those that are there. So it's a really great opportunity to customize your presentation to those who are there and keep them excited about what you're talking about. So you want to plan out too where to present, where people can change clothes, and where they can order. Also, I like to keep on this note my racks close to the kitchen. I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever been to a party where, or if you've ever presented a party where the kitchen's on one end of the house and your racks are in like another room, people never leave the kitchen. We congregate there, we talk there. It's like the hub of the house. So keep your racks somewhat close to the kitchen. Something that's worked for me. Make sure that there's going to be a place for them to change clothes that's close by, and then a mirror that they can see. Target, Walmart, places like that have nice, inexpensive little mirrors that you can get. They're not very big and they're easy to tote around with you. So if you need a mirror, you can provide a mirror. Also a place to order, somewhere kind of private, but where you're kind of still where you can see everyone. It's nice. Nice when it's a quiet area because you can talk to her, you can find out a little bit about her, and she can order whatever she wants without, her friends giving their input. Sometimes I know I don't want input. I just want to order what I want to order. So kind of a private area. Let her know, too, that you're going to need help getting women to the ordering area. You know how parties go where people are excited, they're talking, they're having a great time, and then they kind of start to get tired, and you're going to start watching your orders go out the front door. So make sure your hostess is there to help herd people into the ordering area and keep that moving so that you don't lose the excitement. Now you're going to say to her, this is the last call. All right, any questions, feel free to contact me, but until then I'll see you on Thursday or I'll see you on Friday. Let me know if anything changes. So again, with your Hostess Worksheet 2, this is how it works. Your Hostess Worksheet 1 is stapled to the left side. Hostess Worksheet 2 is stapled to the right. You can write out all your notes and stuff on it. It's just, I can't say enough about the system. I really liked it. And then, of course, you're going to send thank you cards. That, to me, is really important. That I love snail mail. I mean, doesn't everyone love snail mail? So when you get that note, that handwritten note from a presenter saying thank you for your order, it means a lot. It's just a nice thing to do. So keep these for your records so that you know what worked, what didn't work, that kind of stuff again. So homework. We always give homework, and it's never that hard, I promise. So prepare 12 hostess packets that are going to go out and set the intention to give them all out. Now, when you go to your parties, make sure you have the hostess packets ready so they can go home with women that want to host. And, of course, when you're out and about, you want to have them in your mobile office. So prepare 12 hostess packets and prepare to give them all away before the end of the month because you're going to start booking. Go out and garden one day. Market yourself. Leave lookbooks at doctor's offices. I love to leave, like, coloring books with my Winnie and Cat information on it for little kids because, of course, they're bored stiff at doctors or dentists. And I would always tape a little tiny box of crayons on there as well. And book one trunk show in the next 2 weeks. Not your first rodeo, book 2 or 3. Set the intention of booking more. It's like that saying, reach for the stars, the worst thing that happens is you'll reach the moon. Try to book 3 shows. So what if you only book 1? You still booked 1 show. But extend yourself a little bit farther. Make yourself reach a little bit, and you're going to find your success will build that way. So that's it for the homework. Make sure you do your homework, too, and then check in. Let me know how it goes. I love this quote, and I think it really applies to sharing our opportunity and sharing, with our hostesses and stuff. It's by Albert Einstein. Everything must be made, there it goes, my slide finally woke up. Everything must be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. And that's so important with your hostess letter and all your communication. If it's too long, they're going to get bored. They're not going to read. Keep it concise, but make sure they have all the information you need them to have, and don't assume that they know more than they might. Remember how it was at your first party when you didn't know everything about Winnie and Cat? You might have felt a little lost. You had to reach out to your upline or me at the home office. That's awesome, but remember, your hostess needs that same support. So have a great week, ladies. Thank you so much for joining. It's always great to see you. And have a great weekend as well. Let me know how your parties go. Take care.